tackling mental health through education. Converge is a partnership between York St John University and mental health services in the city. Paul Goland suffered from a nervous breakdown and he turned to Converge for support.
It's such a uplifting feeling that to think from being at one point where I couldn't even leave my house to wearing a hoodie and having it up over my head all the time, not being able to make eye contact, couldn't really make sentences. I was kind of lucky the fact that I didn't get to go into, I didn't get put in hospital. I actually had the home health crisis team that came, so I was still being able to get that help in my own home, where a lot of people, do end up going to hospital. So to go from that to then having that support and that network of what Converge has given me and allowed me.
Through Converge, Paul has created his own band and decided to give back to the scheme by becoming a mentor.
If they've enjoyed it and they're actually getting something from it, or if they're moving on, or if they're going away and coming back to me and going, I'm listening to music different, or I found myself tapping on kitchen side the other day, I've never done that before, then I know what I'm doing is right and that they're getting something from it. And then on top of that is I try and encourage them to do the end of term performances, and I am pretty straight with them, saying it is the most nerve-wracking thing that you can do, but the adrenaline rush you'll get from doing it is amazing. And the other year I had 2 students that pushed themselves as well and ended up doing that performance, and they came to me and said that was the most terrifying thing, but it was the best feeling after. Thank you so much, thank you so much for pushing me to do this, for doing the course that you're doing, and that the way you do it, that it's not like a hierarchy, that you're so down to our level, you have an understanding of what we're going through or what we have gone through, because you've kind of gone through similar experiences. And to know that you're helping somebody else, especially in this type of world we're living in these days, what more can you ask for?
And how does Converge work?
It's based on 2 key assumptions. Firstly, that real benefit would come from inviting people who use mental health services in the City of York to take part in university life for all sorts of reasons. If you've had a long-term mental health problem, you can become isolated, stigmatized, you can lose confidence in yourself. So to invite people into the university to be students with us and take part in this life can really make a difference. And secondly, the second assumption is that real benefit would come to our students from working alongside people who use mental health services.
Along with education, the course is aimed to reduce stigma for people with mental health issues.
So if you've had a long-term mental health problem, you tend to get labelled as a service user or a patient, and that narrows down who you are and your identity. So very much when people come onto the campus here, they come on as students, and we regard people as students like all the other students on this campus, and that's a crucial element of Converge. So we're not offering therapy, we're not offering a health intervention, we're offering education. When people come in, they're students. But that doesn't mean that they have to have had a long academic background. We welcome people who've had, for whatever reason, have not had those academic opportunities that many people have. So we welcome people who, for the first time really love the idea of theatre but have never had a chance before to be involved. You don't have to have a background in those subjects to be part of Converge.
The courses range from theatre and dance to music and video production.
I think what these things bring, and I'm talking about the arts, but other courses too, I think what it brings is, firstly, working together with others is crucial. Being able to work alongside others, our students, other Converge students, people who are coming in, university staff, I think that has all sorts of benefits, raising self-esteem, rebuilding a social network, because often people's social network has been wrecked because of the mental health problem. So that's a really important benefit. Of course, it's going to, and it almost always does, raise people's confidence, their sense of aspiration, their hope for the future, the way you see yourself. You're not just somebody who, for a time in their life or a part of their life, had a mental health problem. You're much bigger, much wider than that. You can build more aspiration, more hope for the future, and we've seen that happen in so many cases.
With 150 people completing a course at Converge this year, it seems many people in the city have benefited from their support. Aaron Renfrey, That's TV.